Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Table Talk Thursday. Wow, I almost said Terror Talk Thursday, which is odd. Anyway, we have our Table Topics Cube as per usual. If you would like to get your own, link will be provided down below. While you're down there, if you would like to become a patron on of this channel, of the Christo-Pagan Church that we are starting, you can hit up the Patreon link down below. Thank you, Linda and Sophia, for already having done so. Um, let's see what else. If you would like to support this channel in other ways, you can do that. You can hit this subscribe button right down here. You can hit that bell notification to get notified whenever new videos come out. You can hit that like or dislike button. Doesn't matter to me. It all appeases the algorithmic gods of YouTube. All hail the algorithmic gods of YouTube. You can hit that. You can hit up the comments down below. Let me know what your take on this week's question is, and if it is safe for you to do so, consider sharing this on your social media platforms. Let's see. And I forgot something. If you would like to support me as an individual, you can hit up the eBay link down below. That is my personal eBay store. And you can also ask for discounts. So if you see something that you want and it's not well within your price range, let me know. Chances are there's a possibility that you're probably definitely going to get it. But without further ado, all of that was done in order to let you know make me be able to pull this card out, which says, should corporations be held to the same moral standards as people? Absolutely. Without a question, should be no reason, and this is very Bernie Sanders of me, which I don't agree with everything that Bernie Sanders stands for. However, I do think that there are individuals who are on the um, in the upper crusts of society that do not get held accountable for their actions, are not held to the same standards that the rest of us are. Definitely feel the burn. Uh, you look at like certain individuals like Jeff Bezos. I know I pick on him a lot on this channel, and that's with good reason. Uh, you have people like Jeff Bezos, the former Tangerine in chief. You have what's the Tesla guy? That guy, the Facebook guy. You got you got all Elon Musk. That's it, and Mark Zuckerberg. You have these individuals that, because they are so vastly wealthy, they are not held to the same standards and conducts that the rest of us are. They can say something completely racist, completely stupid, completely vile, like grabbing somebody from the hoo-ha, and they're not held to accountable, or to an accountable standard that the rest of us are. There should be no reason that I would ever be able to say, you when you're rich, you can do whatever you want. Just grab them by the, you know. There should be no reason that I would never or would ever be able to get away with something like that. Nor should I ever, will I ever say that, because it's an incredibly vile thing to say. But there should be no way, shape, or form that I should be able to get away with that. And I wouldn't at this station of life. With my income being what it is and whatnot, I would definitely be held accountable, from certain individuals within my peer groups. However, there are individuals who can and do say this. Tonks, stop it. I do apologize if that's coming through on the recording here. But there are certain individuals that can and do say vile things like this and get away with it, for the purpose of election or whatnot, because they're, plain spoken. They speak their mind or whatever. They tell it like it is. Let me quiet her down. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Karen was actually in the hallway here, right outside the witchy room door, and Tongs had her cornered and was barking at her. They've taken to barking at the cats, which is, or at least Tongs does, and it's kind of weird, kind of odd. I don't know why she does it. I don't know. Anyway, back to the point. There should be no reason why certain individuals are not held to the same standards that we are, as you know lower in income individuals. I don't want to say lower in stature, lower in station of life, but yeah, lower in how much we make, the income that we have, the money that we have in the bank. There should be no reason that those individuals are given a free pass on morality. Um, Whenever the former Tangerine chief um, said that he could kill somebody on Fifth Avenue and walk away from it, a free man, um, yeah, that's because he, at least on paper, according to somebody's calculation out there, is a fairly uh, wealthy individual. And that can be argued, and I think Forbes has actually argued that before. But yeah, certain individuals like that vile excrement of human being ishness, um, you know, they end up getting away with saying stuff like this that can be considered a threat. And I could never say this. I would have police at my doors being like, what are you doing? Who are you threatening? Who are you planning on killing on Fifth Avenue? Absolutely. There, and that's how it should be. If I'm talking about killing somebody or sending people to a capital to kill people, then I should be held accountable. However, this idiot is not, as of yet. And I really hope they end up prosecuting him and whatnot. But going more towards the scope of this question, they're talking about corporations. I think definitely corporations should be held probably actually to a higher standard than the individual. Um, yeah, because the impact from a corporation is usually higher than what the impact of an individual human being does. You're talking about industry and environmental hazards and whatnot. You have those to worry about. You have uh, just the tax burden itself. Um, Thinking from a financial aspect, I'm not as familiar with environmental activism, but I do know how to read a financial sheet. And whenever a multi-billion-dollar company like Amazon gets a tax abatement of for 25 years, 20 years, 25 years, something like that, in my own area, which will bring up my taxes, why should I foot the bill for them? Their tax burden that they have just pushed onto us means that there is less for me as an individual to have, and I'm sitting okay right now. I'm fine. But there are plenty of people in this area who are going to foot the bill for Amazon that cannot afford it. And I think that is morally corrupt. And I think they should be held to the same, if not higher, standards of you are in this area, you need to contribute financially to this area towards the growth of this this area that we have. Maybe, if you're not giving to taxes, give to the schools. What you would pay in taxes, give to the schools. Help with the education system. Help with the local houseless population, those without homes. Help out with funding organizations to help these individuals out. Local soup kitchens could certainly use those donations from a big business like that is, skating off on their taxes, but still making billions of dollars. So yes, there should be more accountability, I believe, towards these um, towards these corporations, these organizations that are enormous and are right now getting so many breaks. Um, we've given the whole, tax cuts for the rich, benefits everybody. We've given that a try since the Reagan administration. Reaganomics, in theory, would work. However, human greed prevents it from actually working. Reaganomics, giving tax breaks to the rich, does not help. We've proven that over and over for like the last, 40 years? Yeah, doesn't work. What it does do is it gives more money to the rich, and per the Reaganomics, okay, was it? No, it was 30 years. 30 plus years, almost 40 years. If it hasn't been 40 years now. Anyway, Reaganomics was you give tax breaks to the rich and that funnels down. They'll create more jobs, all that stuff. However, yeah, they'll create more jobs, but less than the minimum or at the minimum wage, which is not a livable wage. So yeah, those two jobs that you're filling, they're filled by the same person. It doesn't actually work. It doesn't create livable or financially stable incomes for the individuals. It just doesn't. We've tried it. It doesn't work. On paper, it seems like it would be fantastic. You've created 30,000 new jobs. Fantastic. 30,000 new jobs, 15,000 of those actually employed, or are actually employed individuals. Yes, people are working multiple jobs in order to make ends meet. So, and that shouldn't be the case. It should not be the case. And I think holding the corporations to a higher standard, and even if you're giving them a tax break, distributing the money that you would collect from a tax break or from taxes should be funneled into different organizations throughout the local area that they are in. But hey, I haven't been elected to an office yet. So therefore, this is just food for thought then. Maybe one day I will actually run for a local office. I have talked about it. I would go either mayor or assembly, state assembly or state senate would be the highest I would ever want to go. I don't think I would want to go for federal. Definitely not governorship. So anyway, let me know what your take on this week's topic is. Should corporations be held to the same moral standards as people? Really interested in the discussion on this. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. Until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye.